LA Mayor Karen Bass has faced criticism and anger from the community over her handling of the Palisades Fire over the past year. Eyewitness News political reporter Josh Haskell walked through the Palisades with the mayor today to discuss the resentment that remains 1 year later.
Palisades is always top of mind, and I'm not going to rest until Palisades looks like it did before January 7th.
Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass was out of the country in Africa 1 year ago when the Palisades Fire erupted. Destroying nearly 7,000 structures. It was a rocky start to her response to the greatest disaster in the city's history, and there have been more challenges and scandals along the way. But at the 1 year mark, Bass says she's inspired by the pace of rebuilding, with 417 homes currently under construction.
Even though there's lots of rebuilding going on, most people that are rebuilding are still not home.
1 year after the fires, are you surprised that so much of that anger is directed at you?
A little, but again, I do understand the anger. If they need to focus them on me, you know, whatever it takes them to heal and get through this. I don't take it personally.
There's a rally being held tomorrow called They Let Us Burn.
Right.
Is that how people should be commemorating this 1 year anniversary?
Well, I don't think so. Again, I think that there are people that are profiting off of this. And that is what I find very despicable. Intentionally putting out misinformation, intentionally profiting from social media, book deals, etc. And I think that that's unfortunate. To me, I hope that it's about healing and moving forward and getting this community back. Every single Palisadian that wants to come back, that should be the focus.
Bass has signed 13 executive directives aimed at expediting rebuilding, and residents we've spoken with say the permitting process with the city isn't what slowed them down, but rather insurance. Bass hopes those rebuilding recognize they're in a high fire severity zone.
You have people who continue to tell me every single time I'm here this should have never happened. Should this have ever happened?
Of course it should have never happened, but I do think that's something that we're all coming to grips with in our world, but certainly within our city. Weather events that we would have never thought would have taken place in Los Angeles.
But questions still remain about why the January 1st Lockman fire wasn't properly mopped up by the Los Angeles Fire Department, the role of California state parks, and whether more people should be held accountable, besides former LAFD Chief Kristen Crowley, who was fired by Bass last February. In Pacific Palisades, Josh Haskell, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.